The Hangman's Body Count is new rock from Volbeat on 100.9, 106.5 K-Rock. Used to get in an argument playing that game when I was a kid, all over some stick figures. I said stick figures. The Hangman's Body Count. Listen, phones, 424-7625-735-9490. Let's have a little fun on them with what I'm calling the Blood Kid. He doesn't really like, in this moment, blood. I don't know why. I mean, I have no problem with pretty much anything that Maria Brinkov in this moment does.
The song sucks.
Say again? Say again, buddy?
It sucks. You play it way too much. You gotta stop playing it.
I don't play it any more than anybody else or any other rock station, bro.
Hey, I got something for you. Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna hang up? You're a dip. We're gonna get to the Texas Hailstorm Capuya Lady Translator by popular demand, and that's a few minutes away. Capuya! And, of course, some music from Nirvana and Papa Roach and some Slipknot straight ahead at K-Rock.
I started as Rainman, and I have a lot of nicknames. Rainzilla, Baldy Locks, Rainzilla the Mike Thriller, the worldwide leader in bald. There's about 10 more that I forget over the years. BHB, which has some bad language in it. Bald-headed beep. I think that's all of them, though. Majority of the time, though, it's Rainzilla or it's Rainman or worldwide leader. I do get that a lot, too, because I'm obviously prematurely bald. I've been on the air at K-Rock for a little over 16 years. First internship I ever got, I was 16 because a friend of my family was in broadcasting. And then I went to college for radio TV to Herkimer County Community College, HCCC. It's a little over an hour away from Syracuse. And I don't know if I bribed, but I made myself known, and I was delivering pizzas at the time, and I delivered some food to the program director to get his attention, and then basically harassed him for an internship, and 3 weeks later I was hired full-time. We play what's called active rock, and you know, it's your Avenged Sevenfolds, bands like Rage Against the Machine, or some of the cores of the station, or your Pearl Jam, the grunge scene, the Seattle scene. My actual inspiration, believe it or not, even though I don't try to sound like him, was Howard Stern. He's the person, and it even started back when he had a TV show on, I think it was WWOR out of New York, and Snapple was his sponsor. But he was probably my main inspiration. A typical day, you get in the morning, you know, 3:30. I come in a lot earlier than my shift starts. I go on the air from 2 to 6, afternoon drive. It starts out with reading and prepping and listening to audio and editing audio and planning out the day. And it could be something going on nationally, and you think about that and you want to talk about that. It could be an SU basketball game's going on, so people are excited about that. There's so many different things, and then it's just, you go on the air, you flip a switch, you become almost a WWE character, and you rip right through your day. I mean, sometimes, as a matter of fact, I mean, Jim Boeheim might walk in the door, so everybody will wander around, or GMAC is here sometimes. As a kid and a Central New York resident, I've got to admit, since I was in elementary school, Jim Boeheim was a god, and now it's just like, he knows my name. That, to me, that's amazing that it's come to that point. But I mean, a who's who of great musicians. I mean, Dave Matthews, for example, and Avenged Sevenfold, Rage Against the Machine, and Tom Morello, and Gavin Rossdale of the band Bush, and I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Pick a band that's been big in the last 15 or 20 years, and I've met them. Emeril Lagasse. I mean, you know, stupid stuff like that. Every SU basketball player of prominence in the last 30 years, I've met them. It's, you know, I mean, I can go on and on from there, but chances are, if they've done anything, I've probably met them, and it's amazing, because you never think when you're growing up that stuff like that's going to happen. But I would have to say my favorite overall memory of all the things I've done is probably broadcasting live from Woodstock 99, and Westwood One picked it up, and my voice was heard around the world between Westwood One, and then it was also simulcast on Armed Forces Radio. So that was awesome, and to get, you know, feedback with emails, and to have somebody that was like, hey man, I'm in the military, I'm in the Sea of Japan right now on an aircraft carrier, and I'm from Central New York, and I heard you broadcasting live, and it made me feel like I was home, like I was there, like I was at the Rome Griffiths Air Force Base watching Woodstock. I can make my opinion on the state of radio short but sweet. It is alive, it is kicking. It's the most viable form of media, in my opinion. It's omnipresent. You cannot really watch TV, even though there's DVD players in cars now and things like that. You can't watch TV while you drive, but you can listen to the radio. And almost everybody is exposed on a daily basis to good old-fashioned terrestrial radio, and I believe in it. I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that way. It's weird. I've never ventured into the management aspect. There's all sorts of different things you can do, from being a promotions director or an imaging director or a music director, program director or a PD. I've been lucky enough to sustain my career being an on-air personality, but I think it's partly due to doing 2 markets, and there's so much work involved in that. But I unofficially have dabbled in all of those different fields. I help make decisions on, bands we'll book for some of our big shows like K-Rockathon. Are we going to play this artist or not play that artist, and things like that. Hey, we've got an idea for a promotion. What do you think about that? And I'll sit in on the meetings, or I'll give my ideas. And that's one of the fun parts, though, is you have an idea, it's here, and then it translates and it becomes alive, and it's almost like a breathing organism once you put it out there on the air, and people react to it or participate in it or get involved. It's really cool. I make an okay living, but you could always make a little bit more money in radio, but that's not just K-Rock. Man, I don't know. It's just radio. They always say that you got to be a little bit loopy to want to do this for a living, so I'm kind of used to it. You learn to adapt to it, and I'm not disappointed with much in this career. I enjoy most of it. As far as what I like the most about radio is the power of the microphone is amazing, and you reach so many people, and through radio and through broadcasting I have met not just people in the local community, but nationwide celebrities and just people that have done great things with their life, that are truly successful, and to be able to talk to them and to pick their brain and even learn things from them, I think is the most beneficial. But that and helping people, somebody that doesn't make a lot of money and it's a family with their kids, and you can give them tickets to a concert or an event that's happening that they wouldn't have normally been able to afford or go to, and it might make their day. When a family can take a day or an afternoon to do something together, I think it benefits people, it helps people, and that's the most enjoyable for me. You're crazy if you want to do this for a living, because you're not going to make any money at first. But if you want an exciting career, it's unbelievable the perks of this job. I was a kid that wanted to be on radio, and I'm a radio geek, and I love every aspect of it. Don't intend on making a lot of money, though. Trust me, at first, but well worth it. And yeah, you have a screw loose if you want to do this. You have to. K-Rockathon 18 sneak peek. Well, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. No, unfortunately, it's one of those things, we can't let the cat out of the bag. But I have a very good feeling if you are a general fan of the music of K-Rock, you're going to be very happy this year. And we've only booked a few of the bands so far, but it's shaping up to be pretty big. I actually do want to leave you with just one quick thought, and this is specifically to your teacher. You two are awesome, and I think that you deserve an A, and you couldn't have possibly picked anybody better in Syracuse or Central New York to interview than me. A+, actually. A+. You kiss their ass a little bit. Oops, you can beep that, right?
I can re-record this. Alright, Chris, tell me what radio station just made you a winner and gave you free lunch from Subway. And you will never know the difference. New rock from Seven Dust, it is called Decay on 94.9 K-Rock. I think you might have heard something of some relative importance that would cue you to call me, right? You're hungry, aren't you? You want some food, and I have the way for you to get that. So let's go to the phones and figure out why somebody would be calling me. K-Rock, why are you calling me?
Song of the day, isn't it? Or the Subway song of the day?
Yeah, and what does that mean for you?
It means free lunch from Subway.
You got it, sister. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris, where are you calling from?
Vehicle right now.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Why are you putting yourself at risk for Subway?
I don't know, because I like Subway.
Oh, you're like me. You're like a fat kid that has a food problem. That's all good, Chris. Tell me what radio station just made you a winner and gave you free lunch from Subway.
K-Rock.
94.9 K-Rock. Let's be honest.
That's that.